Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has spoken to NewsX's editor-in-chief Rishabh Gulati while speaking about how the Constitution of India extends reservation to the SC, ST and OBC communities of India. She's also delved into the fact that the Constitution does not allow reservations based on religion, a promise that has been made by the Congress for the 2024 Lok Sabha polls. She's also placed further emphasis on the BJP's Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas principle and the positive impact of welfare schemes like Awas Yojana and Ujjwala Yojana on people's overall well-being. Let's listen in to this excerpt.
The reservations in this country by our constitution is definitely given for socially and economically backward people, particularly the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes. And that reservation continues, will continue, and there is no second thoughts on that. That will certainly be continuing because that is the feature with which affirmative action was shown by our constitution, and we are very much on its side. But the Constitution of India does not allow any kind of reservation based on religion. Now, if immediately people are going to tell me, are you therefore denying reservation for some people just because they belong to a particular religion? But the existing scheme of reservation also includes economically backward of the minorities as well. And
Rochika Agarwal, BJP spokesperson, is joining us live. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, Congress spokesperson, is also live with us. Dr. S.K. Datta, political analyst, is live with us. Manasvi Thapar, political analyst, is also joining the broadcast. Let me make a start with you first. Pooja Tripathi, strong charge by Nirmala Sitharaman on religion-based quotas and religion-based reservations. She is claiming that this is the Congress's ideology and this is what differentiates the BJP and the Congress party.
I'll again say that Nirmala ji has not read our constitution. Our constitution does not allow religion-based reservation, and the Congress party stands by it. We have continuously have been on the platform saying we have promised a socio-economic caste census where we will determine the numbers of ST, SC, OBC and the minorities and the EWS section 2, and then we'll frame policies according to the numbers. And when she claims that, BJP, this is our appeasement politics as per her words, and BJP does not believe it, I want to ask a few, 2-3 questions to Nirmala ji. What was this when in 2022, Narendra Modi ji claimed in an interview to ANI Smita Prakar that he gave reservation to the 70 castes of Muslims in the OBC category when he was a Gujarat's chief minister? Why are they aligning with N. Chandrababu Naidu, who has not only given 4% reservation to Muslims in Andhra Pradesh, but his election agenda is preserving that reservation. Also, when there have been continuous call of this reservation in Karnataka, where Muslims have been given in section 2B of OBC reservation, which was implemented by H.D. Devegowda, and H.D. Devegowda has himself patted himself back on it, and trust me, they are in the alliance with H.D. Devegowda. So why is Prime Minister Modi, why is Nirmala ji, or why is any BJP member silent on these facts that are in the public domain? Congress party believes in, when we have given them in the reservation in the section 2B, the category they have been given is the most backward category. And that's why when we say we have nowhere in our manifesto, we have mentioned that we'll give reservation on the basis of religion because Constitution does not allow it. Also, when they have gone on claim, they have been alliances with N. Chandrababu Naidu or they are in alliances with Devegowda, why are they not cornering their own alliance partners on their stand on the reservation on the basis of religion? I think the whole facade of 400 par and then their leaders coming out and saying we want 400 plus majority because we want to change the constitution. And this was not raised by this was raised by Lallu Singh, this was raised by Jyoti Mirda, this was raised by Anand Hegde, this was raised by Arun Govil, this was raised by Deputy Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Diya Kumari. What do they mean when they want to say that they want to change the constitution? The crimes on ST by 45% during the tenure paints a stark picture. BJP leader urinates on the head of an ST in Madhya Pradesh. It paints a stark picture. So when they should come out and say what is their stand on their alliance partners, not only giving them reservation, but going to preserve that reservation. And when we say we'll do the socioeconomic caste census, we mean we want to have a number, we want to have an exact number of the people of SC, ST, OBC, EWS and minorities. And the third question is, why have they not brought out the census reports? They're very well bringing out Professor Shavika Ravi's study during the election season, but they have not. They hid behind the face of pandemic, saying we will not be able to bring out the census results. And why have they not released the data of the socioeconomic caste census, which has been carried out by Manmohan Singh government? These are some of the pertinent questions. If I can get an answer to that.
All right, let me get in Manasvi Thapar as well. Manasvi Thapar, again, the ideological divide being espoused by Nirmala Sitharaman, saying that it's up to voters to look at the two ideologies and to vote for what they believe in. On one hand, a sabka saath, sabka vikas principle, and on the other hand, distinguishing between religions for appeasement and quotas and reservations.
See, when there is this plank of religious polarization, this is always going to benefit the BJP. Why? Because BJP has been very strong in the Hindu heartland, in the Hindu belt, and 80% of our population is Hindu. So, and Congress have since last 10 years have not been able to cater to Hindu votes, and they could not woo them. So whenever this the minority or the Muslims factor come in, Congress is always going to be at the back front, and BJP is going to be at the front run, and they are going to win the narrative part of it. And this is where this is coming from. In the Congress manifesto, which I've gone through, I don't think there is any kind of Muslim reservation which has quote unquote said by the BJP spokesperson and BJP leaders in the political season, in the rallies. But the reality is, any kind of communication, what this whole plan came up after the reservation being by the Congress in Karnataka coming out and discussing on this, and this is the timing which the Congress should have protected themselves, because they are on the losing end of it. Whenever such debates are going to be coming out, they will always have a suffering on it. In a secular nation like this, religious reservation is not possible. Constitution does not allow that. So you have to be careful on what you speak, when you speak, and how do you want to portray yourself. Are you going to be a secular party, and secular party cannot be a minority party wooing minority votes? And if you are a secular party, you have to be equal for everyone. So that communication also has to come out. A secular party does not mean a party which will favor the Muslims or which will favor any other religious ethnic backgrounds. So that communication of Congress is not very strong. And on the contrary, BJP uses to its complete benefit by saying it that this is a Muslim party, this is a party which is going to give reservations to Muslims, and so what happens is they are on the back front, they have to give that counter, and counter also does not reach to the people. So they have to stop these kind of communication during election time and overall. So BJP is very strong at this end when it comes to Hindu vote bank, when it comes to the Hindu sentiments, when it comes to Bhagwan Ram. So such statements made by any smallest leader of the BJP, of the Congress, BJP is going to use it, their IT cell is going to use it, and you will be cornered in that particular segment. So try to avoid that. But Congress have failed in avoiding such kind of statements. So that is where their losing end comes in. And every day, every 2-3 days, there would be a big leader of the BJP coming, making statements. So they would want to keep these kind of news alive till the time elections are there. So because they know the more these news are alive, the more benefit BJP will get from the Hindu voters, and Congress would be sidelined. So this is a strategic thing, and Congress should try to avoid this, which they don't.
Okay. It's a wrong strategy of the Congress. It's an erroneous strategy of the Congress, is what you believe, Manasvi. Okay, let me come back to Pooja Tripathi before we open our other guests as well. I think we are still awaiting Ruchika and SK Datta to join us. But Pooja, as far as, of course, the strategy of the Congress party in backing religious-based reservations is concerned, why is that? Is it to woo the minority vote bank? Because your position is obviously in favor of Muslim quotas, isn't it? You don't want them scrapped, do you?
While I agree with everything with what Manasvi has said, I don't think that Congress is the strategy here is attacking Narendra Modi ji. We don't discuss.
We'll come back to the attacking Narendra Modi in just a bit. But what about Muslim quotas? Your position is that you're in favor of them, aren't you?
The manifesto is before you. So anywhere in any page, any line, we have talked about Muslim quota. We have, and zero. If you search the PDF of our manifesto, the Muslim quota, you'll find a zero reference. So blaming the Congress, saying we stand for equity in society, we stand for socio-economic consensus, we stand for jiski.
So are you against Muslim quotas completely?
No. We are opposed to any kind of any kind of reservation based on religion. We think that there should be a census, there should be a socio-economic caste.
But then why did you back a Muslim quota in Karnataka? Why did you back a Muslim quota in Karnataka?
Minority versus majority debate has been rigged up because they want to break away from the issues that are at the center of politics, the issues of unemployment, the issue of inflation,
but the position is, Pooja Tripathi, the position on ground is, it's very well today that you're saying you're against religion-based quotas, but you backed a religious quota in Karnataka, didn't you?
I told you, in Karnataka, we gave it in section 2B, which mentions most backward. Even you this example. When you question us on minority appeasement, you should definitely question the BJP person on why his prime minister from his political rallies is giving a communal dog whistle speeches from Ghuspaitiya to vote jihad to Sharia law to आपकी एक भैंस खोल के कांग्रेस मुस्लिमों को दे देगी, आपका मंगलसूत्र कांग्रेस मुस्लिमों को टेल मी उदय एनीवेयर वी हैव मेंशन कि हम एक भैंस खोल के मुस्लिमों को दे देंगे, हम आपका मंगलसूत्र छीन के मुस्लिमों को दे देंगे. I think how disgraceful and how stupid, and it's sad on the state of the political discourse when a prime minister, it's not just a small leader, it's when a prime minister says कि आपका मंगलसूत्र लेकर उनको दे देंगे, आपका भैंस खोलकर उनको दे देंगे, शरिया लॉ से चलाएंगे. Nowhere, you have to read our manifesto. Our manifesto is in public domain. Nowhere we have mentioned any kind of
Nowhere in the manifesto is this mentioned. Why is the PM and the FM talking about it? SK Datta asked the Congress spokesperson. She also though says that they brought in Muslim quota because it was to uplift the economic disparity in the state of Karnataka.
I really applaud the Congress party and people who advocate the ideology of Congress, because I applaud them not because of their manifesto or not because they have done something creative in their manifesto. I applaud them for the shameless lies which they keep on saying in order to hide their real hidden agenda. If you look into the manifesto of the Congress party, there are certain important points which are there, and I'm just mentioning those as a pointer. One section of the manifesto talks about distribution of resources based on the necessity and need of uplifting the marginalized communities, including the minorities. That's one. The second pointer is in relation to opposition to uniform civil code. The third pointer talks about, protection of food habits, protection of evidence of Lord Ram, except that you all did not go to the Supreme Court questioning the authenticity, the historical.
Okay, let's bring in Ruchika Agarwal of the BJP. Ruchika Agarwal has not spoken of the BJP. Let's get her in as well. Ruchika Agarwal of the BJP, come in here. The Congress party, of course, continues to say that these are falsehoods that your party is spreading. This is not present in the manifesto. You're selectively quoting some of their leaders who have, of course, no official backing to what they've been saying. They also say that they are more focused on the SC, ST, OBC. Reservations. Why do you always make it about religion? Your response, Ruchika.
Vande Mataram, my Ram Ram to everyone. So the Congress party is already narratives about BJP abolished reservation, wherein our Prime Minister, Honorable Narendra Modi ji, has been the biggest and the strongest advocate and a consistent advocate for the reservation. They have a history, the Congress have a history of going against the interests of Dalits, SCs, STs and OBCs. And it's not new. We've seen in the past, they've been creating false narratives they're claiming that the BJP intends to abolish the reservation and alter the constitution, wherein they are the ones who've altered the constitution not once, not twice, but hundreds of times in the past. So they should not saying anything regarding this. Firstly, secondly, they are the ones who've acted against the principles of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as well as on anti-constitution and against the interest. Secondly, then in 1961, Jawaharlal Nehru, then Prime Minister, had written a letter to each and every chief minister of the country that he did not approve the reservation, and he was quite against the reservation system. That on record. In Karnataka, they extended OBC reservations to the Muslims. Why? What for? Now, if they want to give reservation based on religion, what is it? It is basically Muslim appeasement. Was it vote by? Why so? They are constant from 1947 till date. We had a report before we had a report which says from 1951 to 2001 how low the percentage of Hindus have gone down by 8%, and the Muslim population has increased by almost 45%. This is all because they are against Ram Mandir. Whenever it comes to, they say their Indi Gadbandhan says Ram Mandir बेकार की चीज है, हम उसकी शुद्धिकरण कराएं. क्यों भाई? क्यों का शुद्धिकरण कराओगे? किसने कहा शुद्धिकरण कराने के लिए? किसने कहा बेकार की चीज है? जस्ट बिकॉज
मनस्वी थापर जवाब दीजिए.
इंडी अलायंस सेज कि
शुद्धिकरण पे मैं क्या जवाब दूं? मुझे तो पता भी नहीं किसने बोला शुद्धिकरण पे और कैसे ये बात हुआ. आई डोंट नो. इसमें तो आई डोंट थिंक आई कैन गिव एनी जवाब. I think as I said earlier, on the religious plank, it is going to be the BJP, and they're very good at cornering the Congress because why? Because Congress.
But do you believe that Congress is giving them these self goals as far as the religious debate is concerned, or is it being concocted by the BJP? What is your position?
No, it's not been concocted by the BJP. So Congress does have self goals in these aspects. There's no doubt about it. And Congress does not have a damage control mechanism on that front also. So if something happens, so what they do is they let it go. They want these kind of information to just pass it on by its own self, and BJP picks it up. So what BJP does is such kind of things. So for example, Kapil Sibal was not an advocate of the Congress when he made that statement at the Supreme Court, but he was a member of Congress. Congress should have immediately distanced that particular statement from Kapil Sibal, but they did not do it. So that statement still hurts the Congress. So this is what the problem with the Congress is, that when such kind of statements have been made by their leaders, they should immediately condemn it. So you have to understand, you have to be political. You are in politics. The largest population, the largest vote bank of this country are Hindus. So why do you want to touch the sentimental parts of Hindus, where the asta of every Hindu is with Ram Mandir? So you cannot be selective with Ram Mandir. At least you have to, if you want to fight election, if you want to come back in Uttar Pradesh, which is the heartland of Indian politics, you have to be in the charan of Bhagwan Ram, and you cannot be away from that. You have to be very, very vocal. Now the politics is about being vocal about your religion, and you have to be vocal about being Hindu. And if you're in politics, you have to do that. You cannot have that coverage of blanket cover of secularism, and you say selectivity. You have to say that if Prime Minister Manmohan Singh said that the first right is of minority, that was a wrong statement. If you have to win the voters, so there is nothing like that. If our past leaders have said something in the past can be relevant today, you have to come out of it. You have to come out of that shell, because present times is the Hindus are very vocal. BJP has suddenly taken up the trademark of Hinduism and Bhagwan Ram, and which is Hinduism is a 10,000-year-old religion, the oldest religion, and BJP is just 40 years old. But still BJP is trying to take up the entire Hinduism as if it's their own trademark, and Congress is not able to counter that. You have to understand, in India, if you want to fight elections,
then Congress is also playing the divisive politics. The Congress is playing divisive politics all the way.
Both are playing it. Ruchika ji, I feel BJP and Congress both are playing it. See,
Manasvi, from Sam Uncle, they're dividing the entire country on the basis of skin color. To Rahul Gandhi here saying, white skin वाला अगर पेपर चेक करेगा तो black skin वाला फेल होगा ही होगा. Is this the way we work?
See, that is benefiting you. So what happens?
Party.
So Ruchika ji, allow me.
And on one hand,
रुचिका जी
Manmohan
मौन
Singh ji said,
रुचिका जी बोलने दीजिए अभी आपने बोल दिया
the first right is of the Muslims, and then Rahul Gandhi here talked about wealth survey, and then Sam Uncle talks about inheritance.
Right.
Uday, you'll have to allow me.
Yes, Pooja Tripathi also wants to come in. Let's allow Pooja Tripathi as well. She's been quiet for a while. She's heard what Ruchika has had to say in detail. Pooja Tripathi.
Let me
answer. He has been asking for your time since long. Let the first answer.
Yeah. So I think what Ruchika ji says is that whatever Sam Uncle said or whatever Rahul Gandhi is saying or whatever anyone is saying, that is benefiting the BJP. So whenever Uncle Sam makes a statement, that is going to benefit BJP, and BJP knows that, and it's on the benefit of the BJP.
Honestly, that shows the trade of the Congress party.
Can I come in?
Who's afraid?
I'm running out of time. 10 seconds, Pooja Tripathi. I'm running out of time. Pooja, you've given your time to Manasvi Thapar. I need to end.
When a Ruchika accuses of us being divisive politics, it's like a needle saying to sieve that your bottom has holes, because it's Prime Minister Modi who's from a political rally accused Muslims as Guspetiya. It's Prime Minister Modi who is calling them Bacha.
No, he did not
Uday, can I come in? Uday, can I come in?
BJP.
There is a difference between Muslims and Guspetiyas.
Uday, can I come in, please?
He was talking about the infiltration.
Uday, can I come in?
Okay, we've run completely out of time. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.